Hello and welcome to Just in Time, the show based completely on the notion of time. I'm Jonny, Meah, and I'm your host for today's show. So, with 5 seconds for every correct answer, these two contestants will be playing to find out who can be the Just in Time champion. They'll be playing for 3 rounds, 3 slow rounds, and in the end there will be 1 rapid fire round in which their time that they've gained will be played against them. So I think it's time that we meet the contestants. Hello, blue team, we have Ian. And the red team, we have Josie. How are we, guys?
Hello.
Hi, Jonny.
Are you good?
Right, yeah, pretty good, pretty good.
Are you feeling confident?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That was a
Kind of.
hesitant yeah. How are you, what are you expecting from this? Who's expecting to win? I mean, you're both probably coming in here hoping to win, but realistically, who's more confident?
Not hesitant at all, Jonny, and I'm full of expectations.
There it is, we've got Ian, confident. That's
In it
good,
to
that's
win
what I
it.
like. Well, that's what we need, in it to win it, that's what we need. Josie,
Oh.
I'm sure you are too. I'm guessing that you're just a bit more quiet and kind of...
Quietly confident.
Sly fox over there. So, guys, I believe that you two know each other.
Yeah, we've been going out a couple of years now.
You've been going out, so you're a couple.
Bring on the competition.
So there could be some intense rivalry between you. That's good. That's what we need on Just in Time, some intense rivalry between the contestants. So, guys, what do you study? Let's find out a bit about you quickly. What do you study?
I study politics.
English literature.
Okay, so you'll be hoping for a bit of, you know, some questions on some books, maybe Darwin. That's as far as it goes for me. And you'll be hoping for some Tony Blair coming up. Not actually Tony Blair, but some questions on Tony Blair. I think it's time for round 1, don't you? Right, so round 1, we will be asking you a few questions. We'll be asking you separate questions each. There's no need to use your buzzers, if I can speak properly. No need to use your buzzers for the first round. I'll be asking you questions which involve statistics, true or false, and just general knowledge for this first round. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You're born ready. That is a great answer. Okay, so we'll start with the first question. And for the first round, ladies first, I'm afraid, Ian, round 1. England is 2.5 times more or less populous than Australia.
More.
Final answer?
Yeah.
More. The population of England is 2.5 times that of Australia. So, Ian, for you, Slough, true or false? Okay, it's true or false. Slough was the Roman capital of Britain.
I'm going to go false on that one.
False is correct. The Roman capital of Britain was, in fact, Colchester in Essex. So we'll go back to you now, Josie. True or false again? Berkeley Castle in Gloucestershire has been continuously occupied by the same family for 850 years. True or false?
Never heard of the castle, but gonna go for true.
That's absolutely correct. True. The family has been living in Berkeley Castle since it was built in 1153. I'm sure you probably had a novel or something like that from your English literature on it. Maybe not. Okay. So, Ian, there are more multimillionaires in which? London or Paris? Picture it. Can you see British millionaires walking around or Parisians?
I think I'm going to go with London.
London?
Yeah.
Final answer. London, that is correct. There are more multi-millionaires in London than in the whole of France put together. Seems strange. France is a big country. I'm sure there's a few of you hiding around there. In Scotland, Josie, it's illegal to be drunk and in possession of which? An electric heater, a dinner plate, or a cow?
A cow.
A cow. You know, moo.
Drunk and in possession of a cow. Let's go for a heater, I reckon. Go for
Final
a heater.
answer?
Yeah, heater.
I'm afraid that's wrong.
Oh, it was cow.
You're
wasn't
completely
it?
right. It was
cow.
to begin with, it was a cow. Yeah, no. It's illegal to be drunk and in possession of a cow. If you ever intend to do that, don't in Scotland. What is the present day name of the city called Ludenvik in Saxon times?
So this is not multiple choice, it's just, okay.
No, completely open for you.
Okay, what's it, Ludenvik?
Either Ludenwick or Ludenvik.
Okay.
I'm doing my kind of, Saxon language accent.
Is it Ludenvik. Is it in the UK?
I can't give anything away, I'm afraid. You're going to have to...
It's a
Give me a
city. I'm going to go with Liverpool. Both begin with L.
I'm afraid it's not. It's London. London. Ludenvik. London.
Obvious.
So, we will go for the final questions each. And it comes back to you, Josie. How many people died in the Great Fire of London? 8, 800, or 8,000?
I imagine a lot. But then, were there that many people living?
Not after the fire.
No. I'm going to go for 8,000.
I'm afraid it's 8.
Just 8?
Supposedly only 8 people
enough.
died
Fair enough.
in the Great Fire of London. Well, 8's a lot of people. We'll move on. Ian, we'll go for the final question for you. Name the only planet not named after a god.
I'm going to say Mercury.
It's not. Where are we right now?
Oh.
On Earth. So at the end of round 1, you had 15 seconds to start with, and you're both even Stevens on 25 seconds each. Well done, guys. You managed to get 2 correct questions each in that first round. And that means that we go straight to round 2, which is the buzzer round. So, round 2, let's do it. In which country is Mount Everest? Don't all buzz at once.
I don't actually know.
Blue team, Ian.
Bit of a stab in the dark, Johnny. I'm going to say Tibet.
It can go over to Josie. It's not Tibet, but good effort.
Should know.
Of course, you do have the opportunity to pass the question if you don't know.
What happens if we pass it?
Nothing,
It's
just another
one.
question. Yeah.
Yeah, I might just pass.
Pass? Okay. What is the French word for Tuesday?
Oh, yeah.
Josie.
Lindy.
Ooh.
Mardi.
Marty's
Yes.
correct.
Yes.
Absolutely correct. Well, that's just awkward.
What country is Mount Everest in?
And in the middle, just in time, we have a fire alarm.
Time's up.
That was a better buzzer. Right, let's keep going. Okay. So, next, what colour is the circle on the Japanese flag? Ian.
It's red.
Red is correct.
Oh.
Gynophobia is a fear of what? Josie?
Gynophobia. Not guys, I imagine. It must be... Is it vaginas? Because gynecologists. No?
Ian.
Is it feet? Phobia of feet?
No. You're on the right track. Gynophobias are a fear of women, and women do in fact have vaginas. So I'm going to ask post-production team here, do we give her the point for vagina or women?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
we're getting a nod.
Empowered.
Well done. 5 seconds for that, for saying vagina. Well done. Okay,
Get
so
it there somewhere.
let's move on from that. This show's taken a sudden turn for the worst. How many members are there in the Black Eyed Peas? Ian.
I'd say, thinking about it, the tall one, short, curvy, 4?
There are 4. There are.
Oh.
That's absolutely correct. Next question. How many Harry Potter books are there? I think that was Josie right there.
7.
There are 7 indeed. And this one, if you are a music fan, what song is this from? I'm not going to sing it, I'm just going to say it for your benefit. I got my first real 6-string called Ian.
Summer of 69? Is that what it's called?
It is absolutely the Summer of 69. Can you tell me who it's by? For an extra 5 seconds, I'm just giving this to you. Can you tell me who it's by?
It's a guess. Bruce Springsteen?
It's not. No, it's not. I'll give you an extra 5 seconds if you can sing it. No, I'm joking. Don't do that. Right. Next up, in Cockney rhyming slang, what is a dog and bone? Ian.
Phone?
Phone's correct. In what country is the Brandenburg Gate found? Ian.
Germany.
Germany's correct.
What?
In the film, what does ET stand for? Ian.
Extraterrestrial.
Oh.
Correct. Name the band from its members, Tom Fletcher, Harry Judd and Danny Jones. Ian. You want to say it?
I'm going to say Backstreet Boys.
It's not. Josie?
Is it Busted?
You are very close. It's not. It's McFly.
Oh.
Um,
Same thing.
Yeah, McFly came from Busted, but not quite, I'm afraid. Which is the brightest star visible from Earth? Josie?
North.
It's not.
No.
Is it the sun?
It
sun
is
a star?
indeed the sun.
Trick question.
It is. It is indeed. So, what is the total of all the days in August added to all the days in September?
Is it 70?
It's not.
71.
It's not. That would mean there was 40 days in one of the months.
Oh.
Oh.
61.
61 it is, but you can't get that, I'm afraid.
Oh.
On which
Bad
river?
maths again.
Yeah.
On which river is Niagara Falls? Ian.
Is it the Hudson River?
It's not. Josie?
I don't know any rivers.
Have a stab.
Mississippi?
It's not the Mississippi River, it's the Niagara River. On the Niagara Falls, figures.
Oh.
So, the final question. The devil is usually associated, I don't know why I gave you that look. The devil is usually associated with which piece of gardening equipment? Ian.
Pitchfork.
It is absolutely the pitchfork. I would never kind of associate it as a gardening equipment. It kind of takes the scariness out of the devil though, doesn't it?
A little bit.
A pitchfork. Yes, that's correct. So obviously I didn't mention in round 2 that actually Mount Everest is in Nepal. So that was the answer to your question. And at the end of this round, you, Ian, are storming ahead with 1 minute 5 seconds. Josie, it's still possible to catch up in this item round,
Yeah.
but you are on 40 seconds. How are you feeling about that, guys?
Feeling pretty pleased.
Yeah?
Pretty
confident? Josie, do you reckon you can close back?
I'll make it up. I'll make it up.
Bet you will. Right, so let's go into round 3. So we now come to the third round, which is the objects round. And every week we give the contestants some objects to play around with. Now, they have to put it in a certain order. Now, this week, it's all about fruit and veg. Now, they're going to have to put it in a certain order depending on when the veg was, or the fruit was discovered. That's the one, discovered. So we'll go over to the blue team first, which is Ian, of course. Ian, in front of you, you have some bananas, some melons by the looks of it, a pineapple, and finally a wild card. Is that correct? Is there a wild card? I can't quite see.
It's a toffee apple.
A toffee apple, okay. That's your wild card. Apparently so. Okay. So the final wild card is the toffee apple. Okay, let's do that. So basically, all of these vegetables have been discovered at one point, and fruit have been discovered at one time or other. They're all fruit, aren't they? They're not vegetables at all. And what you need to decide is when they were discovered. So I can tell you that each of these, there's 100 years between each item. So you need to put them in the correct order from oldest to youngest in terms of discovery.
Okay. All right. I'm thinking that the toffee apple is the most recent discovery, given that it's sugar melted over an apple, which sounds a little bit ahead. I'm thinking the oldest has got to be the melon, so I'll put that over here. And then bananas, and then the pineapple, and then the apple is the most recent.
Okay, so how the scoring will work here is that for every correctly placed item, you get 5 points. So if you get all of them correct, you've got 20 points right there. If you've got 2 of them correct, you've got 10 points, or you've got 0 points. And I can tell you that in order of melon, bananas, pineapple, and toffee apple, you have got your full 20 points.
Oh,
well done.
God.
Well
Thank
done.
you.
Melons were one of the first fruits to be cultivated in both the east and the west. Then the bananas, now they're the most popular fruit in the UK, if you didn't know that. They're the next thing to appear in the west around 1633. And then pineapples were next to arrive in around 1714 before toffee apples arrived from the US in 1908. So now we'll move over to the vegetable team. Josie, you're so lucky to be the vegetable team.
Yeah.
And we will see if you can do exactly the same and arrange them into a certain order.
Okay.
So when you're ready, get your vegetables ordered.
Well, I feel like cauliflower's been growing naturally in England. This is England, right? In England.
That's correct, yes.
Or maybe carrots. All of it grows in England, I think. Let's go with, I reckon these are quite old.
Bought them yesterday, actually.
Then maybe the carrots. Carrots grow in England quite easily. Then cauliflower, then broccoli. But I really have no idea. I have no idea. It's like
So that's your final
an
decision.
allotment. Yeah.
I can tell you, you've got the full 20 points.
Oh,
well done.
yes.
Yeah. Parsnips are first. Parsnips are indigenous to the UK, but they're largely disregarded until the Romans found them in around 50 BC. And after it's the carrots, they obviously were a derivative of the parsnips, and they've been cultivated since the late 1400s. And then you've got the cauliflowers, which appeared from France in around 1500. And then finally, obviously, you've got your broccoli. And Albert R. Broccoli was the first producer Albert R. Broccoli was the producer of the first James Bond films, claimed that his family had developed the vegetable. Yeah. So that was around 1750. So well done. You got that correct. 20 points for both of you. So after quite a tense 15 minutes or so, we are coming up to the final round. Now, as you can see on the board behind us here, we've got the tallied up seconds that both of you have gained. Now, Ian, you've got a very respectable 1 minute 25 seconds, and Josie, you've got a well caught up 1 minute. So that's very good. Both of you have got a good amount of time for this final round. Now, in this final round, they will get the chance to use the time that they've accumulated in the first 3 rounds for this final round, as that counts down and we do the rapid fire questions. So we will start with you, Josie. Once again, ladies first. And with 1 minute on the clock, are you ready? This is going to be quick and snappy.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're ready. Let's go. What is the official language of Bulgaria?
Hungarian, I don't know. Go.
Bulgarian. On which Apollo mission did Armstrong and Aldrin land on the moon?
13.
Apollo 11. In which galaxy is Earth?
Milky Way?
Correct. Which character's story traditionally appears first in the Beano comics?
Oh, Dennis the Menace.
Correct. What type of sausage is usually served in a coil?
In a coil. Alright, pass, go, next one.
Cumberland. How many faces are carved into Mount Rushmore?
4.
Correct. What is the currency of Japan?
Japanese.
Yen. Which manufacturer produced the first production line car?
America?
Ford. How many Von-Trapp children were there in The Sound of Music?
10.
7. And that is it. The time is up.
Okay.
Okay, so that was your time, Josie, and we're going to go straight over now to Ian. This is your time. You've got 1 minute 25 on the clock, and we are going to go straight away. You ready?
I'm ready.
Which animal forms the legs of a griffin?
Pass.
Lion. What is the American name for the English postcode?
Zip code.
Correct. In which Scottish loch does the Loch Ness monster supposedly live?
Loch Ness.
Correct. How many degrees in a right angle?
90. 90?
Correct. What is the name of Daft Punk's most recent album?
Pass.
Random Access Memories. Who is the WHO? The WHO.
A band?
The World Health Organization. What is a monkey puzzle?
Pass.
A tree. What is the plural on the word mongoose?
Mongoose?
Mongooses. What do the initials LTD stand for after a company name?
Limited?
Correct. What pieces of plasticine have won 6 Oscars?
Wallace and Gromit.
Correct. Which UK TV chef also plays the drums in a
Gordon
band?
Ramsay.
Jamie Oliver. Which US city recently had a bombing at its marathon?
Boston.
Correct. In which sport do competitors use a mallet?
Hammer hitting?
Croquet. What species of animal do larvae and pupae grow? That's it, time is up. I will let you finish that question. Larvae and pupae grow into.
Is it in a heron?
Close. Insects. But insects. Good effort, good effort.
Right.
So that was it. After quite a tense show, it's been quite close throughout, and then, you know, you've gone ahead and then you pulled it back, and now after the final round, I can reveal that the scores, and the just-in-time champion is, with 6 points to 3, Ian, you're the just-in-time champion.
Smug.
How are you feeling about that? How does that feel for you?
It feels great.
Yeah?
It was, I wasn't up against tough opposition, but, you know, maybe in the next round, but very pleased to win.
Well, this is a lifetime achievement right there, to be a just-in-time champion. And obviously, all champions deserve their medals and all champions deserve their prizes. So, obviously, we can't go without you having a prize. So, if we could bring on the prizes, Ian, this is for you. But, you know, that face isn't appreciated, really.
Fruits of the world.
It's a budget show. What can we say? We don't have cars. This is healthy living, okay?
Right.
There it is. There is just-in-time champion. And on that note, I would like to say a big thank you to you for watching and for our just-in-time champion, Ian, and obviously our lovely contestant, Josie, as well. So if you guys would mind giving a nice big wave to the camera, all of them, just give all the cameras, just give them a wave. And from me, Jonny Meah, thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely time. Bye-bye.